Well, ultimately, on August 11th of 2015, the movie gets released. Ends up earning $200 million at the box office, which with a roughly $50 million budget is considered a huge success. It got nominated for Best Original Screenplay at the Oscars. And then there's a lot of other awards that you got and the crew got and the directors got and everyone else got. So ultimately, and this even led up to NWA being, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Which,
Right.
The timing of it was clearly based on the movie as well. So ultimately, everyone looked at this whole project as a success.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it was a trip to sort of go through the process because it was all happening so fast, right? Like when they did the release in the States, because we went on the premiere run or whatever, but the film wasn't out yet, right? And then we went and did a premiere run in Europe, and the movie was coming out here during that time, and it just exploded. You know what I mean? So they constantly telling us like, yo, the movie's doing good, the movie's doing numbers, all of that. But like we moving around so fast that we kind of like, not really being able to get the full experience, right? And then we go to Germany. Bro, listen. I had never seen my face so big. It was these draped posters that were so incredibly large that like literally me, Shay, and Corey are just standing there staring up at them like, damn. Like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? It's already crazy enough. I just went through, like, I just got off a jet with Ice Cube. So, like, I'm, like, in full awe, right? And then you can start hearing the commotion, and I look down, and there's people who are in full sprint. I'm talking about stampede. Like, there were people who fell, and people ran on top of them. You know what I mean? Real life stampede shit. And I'm like, oh my God. So they start grabbing us, and we're like beelining it to this stage, right? We get to the stage. Well, no, they bring us to the green room first, and we're only there for like literally like 45 seconds. Then we start beelining it to the stage, right? And we get to the stage, and they just hand me a microphone, and Cube is like, you can do it, put your ass into it. And I'm like, I'm performing with Ice Cube on the stage. Like, it was just this incredible moment. Like, I'm like, damn, this is wild, right? So we finished the whole run, get back to New Orleans, and I'm thinking to myself, like, this might be the last time that I really be able to chill in the hood, right? So I'm in Holly Grove, walking down Nelson Street, going to the gas station, like, this might be the last time I get to do this shit, So I'm just enjoying it. And then people start coming out of their house and shit. Motherfuckers is looking like. Now I'm getting nervous. My heart beating fast. I'm like, fuck, this is not what's up. You know what I mean? So I get to the gas station, bro, and it's literally like 35, 40 people outside. People start coming in, and I'm like, I'm about to get robbed or fucking beat to death out here. Like, I don't know what's about to happen, but they about to definitely take what I got, right? And then people start pulling out their phones. He did it. He did it. The boy, you know what I mean? And it was like, that was the first star moment I actually had. And for it to have been in my neighborhood where I grew up and everybody was just so proud, I was like, okay. I might have done something. So.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Well deserved. Okay, so after that film, you did some other films.
Yeah.
In 2016, you did Keanu with Key and Peele.
Yep.
You also did Barry, which was about Barack Obama,
Yep.
which came out on Netflix.
Yep.
You appeared in the movie Detroit in 2017. And then that same year, you had the starring role in Mudbound.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess that was the first role that they actually offered you that you didn't have to audition for?
Yeah, which was trippy, right? Because I had no idea who D. Rees was at the time. Actually, when I first met her, I mistaked her film for Ava's film. I was like, yeah, I saw Selma. She was like, that's not my movie. I was like, damn. So, I had to actually end up going back and watching her film Pariah, but she just knew exactly what she wanted. She was like the most sure black woman I had ever met, right? But they was like, yeah, this is gonna be deep, So I read the script and my agent is like, do you like it? I was like, I love it. And they were like, did you read it to the end? I'm like, yes, I love it. They was like, are you sure? I was like, listen, people, this is how it was, okay, for black folks growing up. Like, this is how shit really used to go. Like, at least I don't die at the end, you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of great. But then we got on set, and it was like, I mean, because we went on trips not trips, but field trips when I was in like the fourth and fifth grade to these places, like the wax museums and, you know, the plantations and all of that. It was literally like down the street. You could almost see it from where we shot Mudbound. So like it was this eerie feeling of like, finally I'm doing something that means something. Because what I did with NWA was great, and it was like huge for the culture. But like as a young black man, like my grandfather's oldest brother was a slave. You know what I mean? So in 3 generations, we went from slavery to being able to tell that story on the big screen, which was really, really interesting and a lot for me to soak up. So it was a turning point for me in my career, like definitely for me to be like, okay, I'm about to start taking this shit serious. You know what I mean? And in my heart started feeling low key like an actor activist a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, cause I'm a visual learner. Like you can put a book in front of me all day and I won't absorb the same emotion, obviously, that you would get from watching a movie, you know? And people run into me all the time and they're like, we're watching Mudbound in schools now and it's great. And I was like, damn. So yeah, that changed my life right there for real. It started making me look at myself different. You know, because I kind of thought I got a little bit lucky with the Eazy-E situation. Like it was a lot of God's work that was involved in that, you know. But Mudbound was my duty, you know. And for me to be able to show up in that space and people be like, "Oh, Jason Mitchell snubbed at the Oscars," because of it was like, okay, I see now. I see where I am on the totem pole, you know. And yeah, that movie did great.
Right. Well, you did get snubbed at the Oscars, but the Oscars did show a lot of love to
Yeah,
that
yeah,
movie overall.
yeah.
Mary J. Blige got nominated for Best Supporting Actress. She also got nominated for Best Original Song, which made her the first person to ever be nominated for both acting and songwriting
Yeah.
in the same year. Nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay by Reese and Virgil Williams. Reese actually became the first African-American woman to ever be nominated for that.
Yeah.
And Best Cinematography.
Richard Morrison.
Another nomination.
Yeah.
Rachel Morrison became the first woman to ever be nominated in that
Yeah.
category. So,
Yeah.
so like a lot of glass
Yes.
ceilings were broken with that film.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I was definitely down for, you know, because to see like they fought for a lot. They fought for a lot. But I've done obviously other films with other people. And for them to be so sure about what they wanted, like literally, D would shoot like maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 takes and be like, all right, we moving on. We got it. And you'd be like, what? And, you know, after working with somebody like F. Gary Gray, who does 30 takes potentially on, you know, on each scene, you like, God damn, like, you sure we got it? And she just knew. She knew exactly what she wanted. And Rachel was the same way. You know what I mean? Rachel was the same way. And it got to the point where D started tweaking things like the scene with me and Mary with the chocolate. She just wrote that in. We got finished early that day. That never happens. You know what I mean? And we got finished early that day. And she was like, I got this other scene that I want y'all to do. And we ended up just shooting that on the humbug, which was really dope in the film. You know what I mean? So, yeah, shout out to them. They definitely was hyper focused. You know what I mean? And they could already see the end result, which is rare in filmmakers. You know, Oscar winners maybe, but like, you know, they're also rare.
Well, after that, you were in Kong, Skull Island,
Yeah.
which is your first kind of blockbuster film.
Yeah. Yeah, so my homie Jordan Vogt Roberts, man, that's my guy to the end to the world blow up. I love that kid. But he had actually won Sundance and Kong was his next movie, right? Now, when we did Straight Outta Compton, they gave me 20 tickets for the premiere. I slid one to him because I was like, I'm about to use this as the biggest audition of my life, right? So I slid one to him and like a few more important people because I couldn't fly 20 people out to come see the movie, you know what I mean, in LA. So like my immediate family came out, and then I slid a ticket or two, you know what I mean, to like certain people. And Jordan Vogt Roberts was one of those people. So literally we go to the after party, right? And he walks up to me and he's like, "You ready to go to Skull Island?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah." You know what I mean? And I just had to wait for that to officially process. But I had knew for a while that Jordan wanted me to be in the film. So when it actually happened, I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." Like working with Sam Jackson and John C. Riley, John Goodman, like these the greats. I'm like, I'm a real actor now. You know what I mean? This is dope. Yeah, that took it to a whole different level.
Right. And in that same year, you were in the Disaster Artist
Yeah,
with
yeah.
James Franco.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was a trip, man, because they were such fans of who I was. Like my scene actually ended up getting cut. They just wanted me in the movie, so they were like, just come out, check it out. Like, let's see if we can figure it out. You know what I mean? So they like got me a trailer and everything. And Seth meets me at my trailer and he's like, "Bro, we're just gonna go out here and we're just gonna try some shit." You know what I mean? Like it actually didn't even end up making the movie, but the fact that they thought about me and was like fans of who I was kind of great. You know what I mean? And to be able to like work with Dave and spitball with these guys, like, you know, we still got great relationships, which is really, really cool. But I never thought that they would have their eyes on me. You know what I mean? And Quiet as Kept, like they've been people who I've been fans of, like for their entire career pretty much. And I don't know how other people are with actors and how they feel about movies, but me, I was picking my friends and the people who I would hang out with, like, you know, as I watched them on TV and before I ever got famous. So I always felt like me, Seth Rogen, and James Franco was gonna be friends anyway. You know what I mean? So when I met these guys and it was like so much love, it was dope, you know? And Franco ended up inviting me to this very intimate dinner, and like the biggest actors ever were there. You know what I mean? Like Tom Hanks, Timothy Chalamet, like guy who plays Thor. Like everybody was like the juggernauts were at this table, right? And I had this other engagement to go to, so I was like, I don't want everybody to give a speech, and I hope I don't start like a rally with this, but it's almost incredible that I'm at this table. You know what I mean? And I forgot everything I said, but like it literally started like everybody giving a speech. You know what I mean? So exactly what I didn't want to happen, like it made people started standing up one by one, like giving speeches. You know what I mean? Like Daniel Kaluuya was there, a bunch of guys. You know what I mean? Like all the juggernauts of the acting world that you see today were in that room, and it was really, really dope to have that male embrace, you know, because it was all men. So to have that male embrace from my peers was just really, really, really cool, you know. And I met Tom Hanks that night, and I was like, you know, it's crazy. Like some people tell me that I'm the black version of you, and he was like, "Are you kidding? I'm the white version of you." Like, and I was like, "Damn, Tom Hanks knows who I am." Like that blew my mind, bro. Because he's one of the greats for sure.